Hi there, so I'm joined here today by Daniel Windley, Director of Brit Ponds. First question I put to him was, how did you get into ponds?
So when I was a wee nipper, my granddad and I built a pond. It was just a square pond, bare liner pond, typical kind of English pond, but I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed digging it, you know, all the hard work involved. A lot of time with my granddad, which was priceless. And then obviously filling it out, putting the fish in, putting the aquatic plants in, magic for me.
So have ponds changed a bit since then?
Just a little, yes, yeah. Just a little. I would probably say 75% of our calls are replacement ponds from the bare liner style pond that the UK has a lot of. We're now building ecosystem ponds, no bare liner, rocks, gravel, aquatic plants, fish, running water, the sound, as you can probably hear in the background, really key stages for us.
So an ecosystem pond, so tell me about that.
So there's 5 parts to an ecosystem pond. You obviously have a mechanical filtration, which is where the pump is located. You have a biofiltration, which is where the kind of the gumph of the filter works, where all the bacteria grows. You have your rocks, your gravel, and aquatic plants, finished off with your fish. So it's like a cycle of the ecosystem.
And how big do these installations go?
How big is your budget? Genuinely, how big is your budget? We can do a small pond, 6 foot by 4 foot. We can do a pond 50 feet by 100 feet, however big you want it.
So Daniel, why Brit Ponds?
Brit Ponds, why Brit Ponds? Well, you know, we're a local company, but we travel the country, more south than north. I feel that we offer a service that's second to none. We're experienced in what we do, we're expertise in what we do, we take a lot of time in what we do, and we're very particular about art in the sense of each rock has a particular placement. And you know, we take our time, and customer service, follow-ups, after service, all of the really important things that customers look for in us. This is what we are.
So aquatic art, so it's not just a case of just putting a liner down and away you go.
I wish it was not. No, every rock is placed by hand, literally every rock. We'll use machines to lift the rocks in place, but every rock you see in our water features are all done by hand. They all sit in a particular way. You could build a pond, you finish it off, you could take it all back out and build it with the same material, it'll look completely different.
So Daniel, why ponds?
Why ponds? Interesting question. So ponds, water features, pondnesses, etc. Water. I think everybody should have some form of water in their back garden. It's relaxing. It just, what's the word I'm trying to, it just takes you away from everyday stresses for me.
So have ponds changed much then?
They have, yes. Back in the day, a lot of UK ponds are bare liner ponds. So you'd have literally dig a hole, you put a rubber liner in it, and then you put paving stones around the outside edge. Nowadays, we do it completely different. Just completely different.
So what's different then? Give me an example.
An example, our ecosystem ponds, you don't have any exposed liner at all. Everything is covered with rocks, gravel, wood, aquatic plants, and it becomes a feature of the garden instead of a pond in the garden. It's now a water feature in the garden. When we do a lot of our ponds and we finish them off, the customers then tend to put their garden around the water feature, not the other way around.
So they're really quite special then?
They are. And again, when we do a revisit kind of week, 2 weeks after we've finished the pond, most of the time we'll see a table and chairs, a bench of some description right next to the pond as soon as it's finished, because it's where the customer goes. The other thing that we tend to hear when we go back on a revisit, they're spending so much more time in the back garden than they ever did because of the water feature.
So Daniel, if I'm going to get a pond, what's the first thing I need to do?
First thing you need to do, you need to fill out our contacts page, which you'll find on our website. You send me some pictures of your garden and where you're thinking of having a pond, and then we'll start a communication from there.
And what sort of things should I consider? I mean, how big a pond can I have?
Again, pond sizes vary. We do 6 foot by 4 foot ponds, and we go 50 foot up to 100 feet, even bigger if you want. It's entirely up to you. Obviously, budget 9 times out of 10 would be key to kind of what feature you have in the garden.
And so how much space would I need for, say, a swim pond?
a swim pond. A good size, because you've got the pond itself, you've got the body of water, but then you also have the wetland filter, which is the liver of the system. This is the part of the pond, the swim pond, the recreation pond as it might be called. This is the part that filters the pond naturally, 100% natural. So this is quite an important part of the pond. So you've got to have a good sized garden for a swim pond, yes.
Okay, and is it expensive to run?
No, absolutely not. No, not at all. Compared to a swimming pool, you might have gas boilers, you might have oil-fired boilers. You'll have chemicals to put into the swimming pool every day. You know, with a swim pond, it's 100% natural. The only thing that's kind of you're having to use is a pump, an external pump, maybe 2 of them, but that's it. And they're very energy efficient as well at the moment.
You clearly love your job. What's the main thing you love about it?
The artisticness of it. It's a good question as well. I mean, it's hard work, it's back-breaking. You'll probably hear me moan during the process of your build that I've got a bad back. It's kind of part and parcel of the job. However, the minute we switch it on, the minute we introduce a new water feature to our clients, the emotion is insane.
That's awesome, man. That's a great reason to do anything, really. And they look amazing.
They do. They really do. Yeah, they really do.
So where is Brit Ponds paste?
Why are you too light?
It was going so well.
Yeah. Okay. So Daniel, where are Brit Ponds paste then? Where are Brit Ponds? Sorry. Okay then.
Oh, brilliant.
So which areas do you cover, Daniel? Where are Brit Ponds?
Oh, this is so funny.